Okay. Where do I begin today? Um, wherever I'm led, I guess. Messenger's message. The message is love. Try to transpose words. Look at the origins and the definitions. Transposing love also means evolve. Um, yeah, that is the message for today. True love, unconditional love, love without a requirement. Love comes from the heart, ear, earth, transforming words again, or transposition. Trans means to across, go beyond what things seem. So that's the true definition of unconditional love. It is a spirit, it is a soul. That's where you're loving from that level of intensity. It is a natural state of being. It's like a I am complex, so that's where you want to get that from. Um, Problems in society come through problems of the heart chakra, earth. Um, you don't love earth enough. You don't love Mother Nature, and as within, so without, as above, so below. Everything that you experience on the outer realm or this existence exists in the inner realm. So therefore, people are not loving themselves. So let's start with self-love first. Self-love is looking inner, knowing that your inner being, your inner soul is full with joy, and you have everything that you need and the conditions that you need, and that's reaching a state of being of a I am, or I am a complete kind of being, and that comes from meditation, time out. Again, when I talk a lot about focus, tuning out distractions, that's very imperative and that's key. So take time out. I'm a very person that focuses on breath. There's a reason I focus on breath and breath of life. Breath comes from the origins. Our origins, energetically, we are energy. We're ether being, etheric. Etheric means gas, and that ninth in that higher realm. So this form here, this is a hologram, or this is fiction. True form is from the inner realm, so that's where your breath. So like when you focus on breath, it brings it back to self, or self, and self is the origin. And when you go back to origins and nature, that'll give you everything you need. So I always recommend, I preach a lot of self things like that. So plant your feet. Again, look at earthing. Take your shoes off, walk in the grass. Let rain get to your head so you can grow. Hug a tree, lay your back on a tree to get rid of all these negative energies. There's an excess of negative energies. And again, I talk a lot about balance, but there's so much negative going on. There's nothing wrong with you being positive a lot, because the balance is way off. There's this much negativity and there's not much positivity or love. Again, that's why there's obesity. I mean, there's a major, there's a lot of things why there's obesity. There's like the injection of animals with steroids and stuff like that, and you see these cracked out, drugged up fat animals, and then you wonder why you're cracked out, drugged and fat, because you're eating these cracked out, drugged and fat animals that are injected with things. And the same thing, you are what you eat. You think these sayings are just sayings. No, these are sayings. These bring into definition your reality. But beyond that, on a deeper spiritual conscious level, you crave like sweets and foods and sugar, because it's again a lacking of love. So a love for self, and again true self, because like I said, we fell in love with these illusions. This is an illusion. Your true self is your energy, your inner, your soul. Nikola Tesla, energy, frequency, and vibration. That's what creates the world. I mean, and thoughts and harmonics. I mean, there's so much things that go into creations and different creation processes. But right now we're going to talk about energy, frequency, and vibration, because that's creating most of the world and this holograph that we see now. So your energy is low, your frequency is low, and your vibration is low. And so therefore you on that negative end, or on that lower self end. You need to rise up to a higher self. And then it's okay, like I said, is okay. Love with yourself gives you patience and peace, because you realize everything is bringing you down. There's negative people, there's negative energy, blah blah. So I am a healer that brings you up. Like, I am many things, so I am. So I don't like to put myself in a box or any of the things that they want to put you in. When you realize you I am, and you're connected to everything, and then you understand that everything is everything, you make connections with everything. Like, one of my bosses told me a while ago that I was a serial connector, which I am. So, but then in hindsight, you hear who you are, then you relate to who you are, then you know who you are truly. So, like, I am. That's who I am. Just like Muhammad Ali says, I was the greatest before I knew I was. So, like, at the end of the day, you have different hints and angels and vibration. Whoever your protective energies will send you these different hints, and sometimes it's hindsight. You'll get it later. Sometimes you'll get it wow, right there, boom, aha moment. Sometimes you'll get it before, and that's when you come to clairvoyance and your psychic abilities. So things of that nature. But that's what I was rambling on. Love is the message. I also don't mean love in per se a pushover way or something like that. I mean love in true inner self love, because again, your self controls your reality, and changing yourself will change all reality in reality. Again, we have a collective consciousness, the consciousness of many, that we have access to, and then we have our personal ones. But if everyone changes their personal consciousness, we'll transform into this new paradigm. All of us can. The problem is, it's a select few program their agenda, which again is negativity and lower frequency vibrations, and keeping you in a two-dimensional space, which is crazy when you're actually, you should be operating by at least, we should be fifth, when you should be operating by at least a fourth dimensional being, and they're bringing you down to two dimensionals. 2D is like your TV screen and stuff like that. You're actually and this holograph is at least is 3 dimensions. That's why you come in with perspective. So they're really trying to bring you down to like some way lower kind of dimension. So that's why you want to keep your vibrations high, because in reality it's for you, because you don't even understand. And like I say, inner means to deal within, or overstand is to be above and look beyond, like the hawk, or like Horus, like the Egyptian god, to have foresight and see. So they fly around, and they see the perspective, and they look beyond, and they look down, and truly see what's going on in this like maze of this fake reality, because it's a holographic universe. But what is true is your soul, and that's what they're trying to take. So that's where I'm at. Let's start with love of self. If it's difficult, love begins in the heart. Heart is earth. Start by going in nature, so it can kind of release all that negativity with you. Go back to childhood if you have positive memories. I understand everyone's experience is different. They go back to a positive state and stay there, and ask yourself the love you found in that interaction, and dwell in that being for a moment. Again, I'm very nature person, because earth, heart, mother, womb, that's where we came from. So you'll see me hugging a tree or something, or laying my back on a tree. I've done that for a while. I've even inspired my cousin to kind of do stuff like that. And then I'm actually the 13th son, my brother, as well. But yeah, that's some stuff I'll be talking about. Love, real love, not your definition of it. How about that? Stop allowing others to define who you are. When you're constantly in creation. Like, you're a creative being. You constantly can create something. Stop letting everybody else define what things should be. Define it for yourself. That's the problem. They keep creating their reality on you. Oh, they're creating their reality. They're using your energy to create it. So how about you use your energy to create your own reality? Peace, love, bliss, high vibrations, frequency, divine nines, because again, it's about transformation. I want all to be crystal Christ beings here. So that's what I'm preaching and that's what I'm speaking. Oh, shalom.